All right, guys, welcome back to House of Prep. It's Thursday. Merry Christmas Eve. Right? It's one of my best holidays. It's a couple days before Christmas, and it's cold today. Now, here in Tennessee, where I live, just outside Nashville, it's supposed to be in the 70s on Saturday, on Christmas Day. So it's not going to feel so Christmassy as far as the weather goes, but the spirit's there, I promise you. So we're going to have a lot of fun these next few days. As family starts coming over and we start getting the get-togethers. We've done some shopping this week, okay? And I've got some updates on that. First, I want to talk about a Christmas gift I got. This is our boss passed these out to me, my coworkers, and everybody. It's and I'm just going to show it backwards because of the way that I have the camera. It's the Black Rifle coffee, and I've heard them talk about it. I've seen people on YouTube talk about it. Supposedly it's supposed to be a really good brand, and they have all these different labels and different kinds. Some are light blend, some are of a medium. This one's a medium roast. They just have all these different types of products for Black Rifle coffee. So I'm excited. This Christmas weekend, my wife and I are planning on getting into it, giving it a shot. So if you've tried it, hey, throw in the comments. Let me know how you like it. You know how it is with coffee and caffeine and stuff, right? We feed our addictions. But if you have a different brand or something that you use that you'd rather have, that you like, throw it in the comments. People are always looking for new ideas, new things. So let's talk about shortages and stuff. Now, I went to the store, different sections and things that had been struggling. Some things were stocked. It might be my thumbnail if I chose it. The soda section, the best I've seen it. Man, for a while, it was for months, a struggle. Sometimes there's barely anything there. A lot of times, nothing there. And the first time I've seen it this full, I was like, I have to take a picture of this, because if you've been around House of Prep videos, we've talked about that. Whether it was worker shortages, delivery shortages, plastic shortages, whatever all kinds of stuff going on, right? What a crazy year we've had. And here we thought we were getting out of 2020, finally 2021, and now we're like, finally 2022. And it's here to stay, guys. It's just gonna be that up and down roller coaster. So just hang on, put your seatbelts on. It's not over. Even with listening to the news and different things going on, look, it's like this. So look, don't be afraid. Everyone just take a deep breath, relax. Remember, we've been there before. All right. Remember, it's the same script, maybe just different actors, right? So just different, same. We know what to do. You've been prepping. Most of you guys are on top of your game. Just keep going business as usual and enjoy your Christmas, right? Enjoy the New Year's. We got all these great holidays coming up. Make some memories and enjoy your family. So in our shopping adventures, us, like most of you, had most of our Christmas preps, Thanksgiving preps, all these things way ahead of time. There was one thing my wife was really looking for, and it's this, I think Golden Flakes Cheetos brand makes these as well. I think she told me. Golden Flakes is a name brand that makes, and it's a puff corn. And again, it's going to be backwards. I apologize. The way that I'm doing my video today, I needed to be able to see myself and what I'm holding and everything. So it's kind of like a butter flavored. It's like a puff corn. Now, what makes this such a delicacy is she turns it into like a Christmas treat. She does a couple ingredients with some white chocolate. Okay, you had me at chocolate. So some white chocolate, and these get covered in white chocolate. Now, she got a couple bags of these. It's like Christmas crack. Okay, the addiction on these at that point, once they've been transformed into the Christmas treat that they'll become, it's literally like Christmas crack. It's so good. I mean, you just sit there and you just eat it, and you're just like, you're looking for more. You're like, where's the rest? And so luckily she limited with 2 bags, because if she made much more than that, House of Prep, I think, would be in a coma, right? Yeah, Jerry would be in a coma from all the sugar. And well, we're having a lot of company and family and stuff, so luckily we have help eating it. But here's the thing, looking for that item, she's been looking for a long time, and everywhere she's talked to is out. They fill it with the cheese type products, but that's not this one. You can't do it with the cheese ones. You have to do it with the butter ones. And going to multiple stores, chasing them, okay? And then on Wednesday, kind of a late morning, like, you know what, let's try our local HG Hills, just to see. It's a little smaller of a store. It's a local store. And they had maybe 6 bags, she said. She grabbed 2. And they're only $2.29 a bag. I mean, that's not a bad price to be able to set the stage for Christmas crack, right? So I told her, I was like, we should went and bought the other bags and then advertised, you know, we'll sell them at $20 a bag. Because seriously, we were going to gas stations that would normally carry. People were like, they're just bought out. People have just gobbled them up, probably because they know about the delicacy that's made from these. So I don't know if anybody here has heard of that or understands what I'm talking about. But she has these ingredients and this thing she puts together. Some of you might know, and I'd be curious. Jump in the comments. Let me know if you heard of that. Maybe I can get Joy to jump on and give the recipe, right? That'd be pretty cool. While I'm thinking about it too, before I keep talking about stores, and I want to hear your stuff too. So please jump in the comments. Let me know some things that you're finding. Now I know we're going through Christmas, and so again, the roller coaster shelves are like this, you know, some items are down, some are up, depends on what people are eating this year for Christmas and maybe some supply issues, okay? So maybe you guys have talked to some of your local supermarkets and you've heard some things. Jump in the comments, let me know. And if you haven't hit the thumbs up button yet, go ahead and do that while you're thinking about it. I appreciate it while I'm thinking about asking you, right? So we had the Christmas crack, and I started down the rabbit trail now, and that's what I do. I started down the rabbit trail, and I'm gone, man. You can tell I'm getting older, right? Starting to head down there. It'll hit me here in a second, I know. But going back to the stores real quick, I was going up and down the aisles. Meats and things pretty much holding their own, pretty much the same. They had, if you remember a week ago, I'd gotten some of those Boston butts for a markdown price. They still are marking them down. I guess it's the season right now, people aren't focusing on that. They're going for the turkeys and the hams, you know, more of the traditional dinners, I think, right now. So those items are finally now, you can get them marked down, which is really nice. Our freezer's stocked right now. I've got it full of all kinds of good stuff. Pantry's looking good, got that stocked. Backup pantry's looking good. So I hope you guys are doing the same. With the unknown of 2022, look, you have to stay ahead of the game. You got to be able to always constantly have that insurance. Now, if you maintain it with proper rotation, a list to write things down, it's very easy and very inexpensive to maintain an already stocked pantry or a stocked supply. It's when you kind of turn it off and, like, you know, let's just forget about it for a while, and you start consuming everything, and then one day you go to flip the switch again. Oh, now all of a sudden you got to go, it's almost like starting over, right? And that's not as much fun. So it's okay to take breaks from things. If you have to shift your prepping, if you're tired of prepping food, maybe look at your water stuff. And if you're done with water, you know, look for other things like home heating or electrical backups opportunities and things. Maybe home security. How often does that get overlooked? My family and I talk about that from time to time. We talk about security lights on the outside. You know, we talk about procedures and different things if we ever needed to have a home defense situation. Real quick story. I was working this past week, and I get there early in the morning. I'm the first one on property, and I usually do a drive around. It's kind of like a, you know, perimeter check, because, you know, there's going to be teachers and parents showing up with kids within an hour after I'm there and such. And, you know, I don't want people to run into problems. And if there's something going on that needs to be addressed, I want to make sure it's addressed before, you know, we're open, before things are hopping. And occasionally, and it happened this week, finding a car. People were camping out up where we keep a lot of buses and things. We've had a lot of theft issues. Who's heard about people stealing catalytic converters off vehicles? We've had some of that on some of our different vans and things we have on property. So anytime there's people there, regardless of their intentions, you have to report it, and you have to make sure that safely it's addressed. And I came up on them with my headlights. I was prepared in case something went wrong. I kept my distance. Obviously the go-to excuse usually is, yeah, we're just looking for a place to sleep. As you see things frantically being moved around in the car, right? Yeah, they're there to sleep. So ultimately, the police get called, and they know us, and they know from time to time they do drive-throughs and things, and I let them handle the situation. But it's situational awareness. It doesn't matter if you're at your house, if you're at your job, whether you're out shopping. How many of you been Christmas shopping? Have you been aware? Have you been taking care not of just what your phone's telling you and answering calls while you're walking from the store with all your product and your purses and your wallets and all your stuff, and you're carrying or pushing a cart, and you're down looking at the phone, or you're focused on something else? Make sure you're watching around you. So many times you're not paying attention to those items going around you. We went to a different little town this past week. We were at a Walmart there, and we were checking probably for the Christmas crack. We were trying everything. We've looked everywhere for that stuff. So we were in a different town looking. We couldn't find it. And their parking lot, the lights weren't working. The big, parking lot lights. And I tell you what, it was dark. I'm not used to that, going to a store like that and the parking lot being so dark. And my situational, say that 10 times fast, awareness just perked up, because I'm used to knowing my surroundings, who's here, who might be watching us, who might be looking around for an easy target. And that's what they're doing. They're looking for that low-lying fruit, the person that's not paying attention, the person who looks like they don't know what they're doing, and they try to take advantage of the easy target. So stay alert, keep your head up, look like you know what you're doing. Make sure, make it look like, hey, I mean business. You're looking around, you're walking at a brisk pace, and just don't allow yourself to appear to be an easy target. So that's for free. I wasn't planning to talk about that. But when you're talking about stuff, things sometimes just pop in your mind, and it's important, because let's be honest, with all that's going on in the world, people are looking to take advantage of whatever it is they're taking advantage. Look, they'll go in broad daylight and rob a store now with people there. That's how brazen and aggressive people are being right now. So talking about some security and having that on the mind, there's nothing wrong with that, because you need to take care of yourself and your family. And if you have kids, you need to be a protective mama bear or a papa bear. Take care of those grandkids, and just have a situational awareness. Don't put yourself in a spot where it might be hard to get out of. Does that make sense? So look, prep. Whether there's certain types of food shortages, where there's not a food shortage, it doesn't matter. At some point in life, something's going to happen where you lose a job, whether there's a shutdown of the economy, where there's a grid shutdown, whether there's transportation issues, whether there's store staffing issues. Regardless of what it is, there might be a time that you're going to need to tap into some reserves, and you're going to be thankful that you have them. How about your money situation? Do you have a little extra cash on hand? Hey, right now, Christmas, there's cash being thrown here and there and everywhere, whether it's sent and you're sending money to Amazon for stuff and they're delivering it to you, or you're going to the stores and spending money. Keep a little put up for emergencies. I know it's so easy. I've got this emergency fund. Man, I sure would love to spend it all. I mean, this is the time of year to do it, right? It's for others. But just remember now that don't tap into your insurance type money, your emergency funds. So you want to keep it there. That's why it's there. Don't get tempted to yank it out. So some of you, that might be too late, because Christmas is right around the corner, right? So look, hey, that's it for today. Hey, guys, have a Merry Christmas. Oh, I know what I was going to say earlier. I was going to talk about live stream Friday night. No live stream Friday night, unless there's a few moments I might pop in just to say, hey, Merry Christmas. But I'm not planning For moderators, I appreciate you guys. I try to give you guys heads up, but I'm not planning a Friday night. It's Christmas Eve, and I want you guys to enjoy your family. If you see me pop up, don't feel like you got to jump on. If you're busy with family and stuff, just ignore me, okay? It would be just for a few moments to say hey, if I do. And some of you I know may not have family this year, and that's okay. Enjoy whoever it is that you are with. It might be just your spouse. If you're alone this Christmas. Look, Christmas can be a hard time, and I know I'm getting on another rabbit trail. I'm trying to wind down, but just Christmas can be a hard time. So we talk about situational awareness. Have some situational awareness for your neighbors, for your family, for your friends, people who may not have somebody else to kind of connect with during the Christmas time. And take that time maybe for you, your family, even if it's for a brief moment. Take a time out and wish somebody a Merry Christmas, and maybe spread a little of that Christmas human nature cheer, okay? Show the love of Christ, if anything, to another brother or another sister. So you all take care. Again, Merry Christmas, and I will catch you guys later.